Good morning. Let's have a word of prayer. Let's pray. Oh, holy and gracious, loving God, for this day that you have made, we rejoice and we're glad in it. We pray that your spirit be with us now and be in this place. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, the single biggest problem with communication is the illusion that it has taken place. And we realized that in our first visioning that we did, in my time anyway, back in 2016 or 15, somewhere in there. And we thought we were communicating really, really, really well. And then we got back all the messages from you all and saying, I don't know anything going on here. And I could argue that I think that we were communicating and still are communicating really, really well. It's just that people really need to be invited. You need to take someone by the hand and help them get involved in the ministry and the mission and the love of this church. There are a few people who are really very good at that. My wife is one of them, so I don't have to be good at it. She does it all for me. And it's not what you say, John, it's how you say it. So communication has all sorts of problems, right? And I think this may be part of our problem today, right? Is that there's so much being aimed at us at all times that we don't pay attention to it. It's just overwhelming. I saw this in the newspaper and I loved it. Oklahoma City management of South Oklahoma City Mobile Home Park urged its residents this week not to speak out about a 13-foot-long cat-eating albino python still in the neighborhood. Them sending out a warning to us not to talk to the media, it's intimidation all the way. Over the last couple of months, residents say they have been concerned by the number of cats missing from the neighborhood. I love that because Joel then made me a sign that I keep in my office. Right? How do you stop people from communicating what needs to be communicated, right? And so that's probably part of the problem with our communication as well. So that's part of our vision at the church, is to make the complicated very simple and the simple very complicated. We do that well in the church. But our mission, when we came through our last mission study with all the craziness of this world, we decided to make this really simple, folks. In this hard world, we are to love just as Jesus loves us. We are ministers of reconciliation, ambassadors for reconciliation. And what that means is that we try to see each other eye to eye and try to figure out a way in which we can communicate how I understand your point of view and my point of view, and in that love each other all the time, which is very, very hard, right? We are not in a reconciled world. We are in a divided, separate world. We are called to be ambassadors of reconciliation. We are to shine. That means that we're not supposed to hide our love and under a bushel basket, right? We are to set it on top of a hill. We are a city shining on a hill. Make your light known. That's our purpose in this world. And we are to transform this world, to change the landscape. Very, very simple stuff that's really, really hard. So we just wanted to make that out there, try to communicate it in everything we do and say at Westminster. So communication has changed over time. This was actually our church back in 2020. Almost seriously, folks, that was our church in 2020. I remember when I came to this church, I was surprised by our website and different things like that, and it's taken a long time. And I remember asking Paul for cameras in the sanctuary because a lot of churches do things online. Well, we got cameras in our sanctuary and I never paid attention to them except the first time in 2020 when we went to live, and those cameras, you couldn't see anything. I mean, they were blurry, they were awful. You got the strobe of death when you tried to check in. And this is where we were. But then we hired this guy, Joel. Yes. We got him from Oklahoma because Joanne was from Oklahoma, and we started robbing the staff of what was it, Westminster? Westminster Presbyterian Church in somewhere, Oklahoma. Oklahoma City. All right. And Joel came, he's originally from Eastern Tennessee, and I couldn't understand a thing he said. He was going to be a communication. He said, you get into the pool pit. I'm like, what? Pool? We're not Baptists. We don't have a pool. So when it comes to Joel, I'll give you a hard time about everything you say because I enjoy it. Thank you. But this is our bulletin today. Do you remember this? Right? And it's lovely, but it was very hard to communicate. Now, okay, you can bring those bulletins home after the 11 o'clock service and just read through all the things that we're doing at Westminster Presbyterian Church, and it's action-packed. And Joel said, we can do that for less than it costs to do this bulletin if we get a color printer and do it all in-house. And that is what we did. During 2020 as well, Alec came on board. Yay, thank God. My favorite memory of Joel and Alec was when I'm preaching in the pulpit to an empty sanctuary and they're up in the balcony and they're doing this to one another. And I'm like going, am I even on the air? I don't even know what was going on, but they were having quite the discussion in the sanctuary. The only two people in the sanctuary, and they're not listening to my sermon, but arguing with one another somewhere about something. 2020 tried our communication, and we came out of it with trying to do communication better and better and better. Okay, so the dreaded QR code. I'm trying to get us all to get tattoos. That way people could just hold up their phones to our foreheads and find out where we go to church. But we're going to do this. If you don't know how to do a QR code, get out your phone. And even if you do know how to do a QR code, get out your phone and open your camera. And all you have to do is open your camera, okay? Hold it up there. You don't have to take a picture. And when you do that, you should get a little yellow thing at the bottom of you see that yellow thing? Do you see that? Touch that yellow thing with your finger. And wait for it. You got it? Did you all get it? Bill Murray.
Yes.
That's how you do a Q. Did you not? Okay, open in DuckDuckGo. Anybody have a problem doing that? That is how you do a QR codes can be your friend. So you just you never click it. You just hold on to it, hit that yellow button, and it'll take you where you need to go. So our bulletin is full of those. You want the big one? Is it working? Some are chosen, some are not. Okay. All right. We have a website at Westminster Presbyterian Church, and we're going to go live to that. The website is www.nashvillewpc.org and .church. Thank you very much. It is .church. It used to be .org. And what do I want to do? So I can maneuver this thing. So the first thing that comes up on our website is this little pop-up, okay? And that pop-up gives you everything that you ever want from a Sunday morning. It has the talking the text. If you put your arrow on that, you can click on it and can I make it bigger? Can I make it bigger? I'll probably need you to stay on that. Okay, there we go. Talking the text, you got your Sunday worship information, you've got your worship bulletin that you can live stream there, you got the sermon archive. Just why don't you press on sermon archive just for fun right now? Do you know we have a sermon archive? And you can go back and listen to any sermon. And you can also do that later. We'll figure out how to do it by name and time and all those kind of things. Okay, go back for me, please. You can sign up for your room in the inn, their partnership, Habitat for Humanity, elder trustee nomination, all there right on the very front. We try to make this easy, okay? So now the problem is that some of you go, that never happens on my computer, right? So let's go to the next page. Oh, sorry. Which is, yeah, can you go back to the slide a second? I'm sorry. Right? So keep going. Keep going. So there is a thing in your computer that, now you're going to have to zoom that in a little bit for me too, if you can you? Where pop-ups come up. And there's one that is, you'll see pop-ups, you go to pop-ups, pop-up windows on any of your things, and then you'll see your church come up, Westminster Presbyterian Church there, and then you hit allow, and that'll give you that little square, okay? And then you will be allowed to have pop-ups only from us. And if you have problems with that, we are planning to do things at Westminster downstairs, maybe quarterly, maybe once a month, where we help you with your stuff to figure out how to use it, okay? So hitting allow will give you that pop-up. All right, next slide. Okay, whoops. Emails. We do emails at the church. This is our communication thing, right? So we have emails that go out on Monday, and the Monday emphasis is on mission. The Wednesday emphasis is on activities, events, and Friday helps you prepare for Sunday. If you're not getting this email, or if you're getting only some of those emails and you don't know what's going on, it's because you've blocked us. Okay? Don't block us. You can ignore us. You don't have to open your email, but you can keep us going and learn about what's going on, okay? Any questions on that? You all know that we do this? All right. Talking the text, a pastor's podcast. This is another thing that we're doing. I don't know, do y'all know that we're doing that? We meet as pastors on Tuesday morning. We read the text and then we start talking about the text. And originally when we started this out, I was like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Why would anybody want to listen to this? And to be honest, I'm not sure why anybody would listen to it, but you all are listening to it and some of you are actually enjoying it. But what's great is the pastors are enjoying it. We love to do this because it's fun. We love sitting in a room and talking the text and bouncing this thing off of each other and giving each other a hard time. So that talking the text is available on the website. It's available on which email? The Wednesday email. And you can get a head start on where we might think the sermon's going. But at least to give you some insight into where the text is leading us. I never know what the sermon's doing until sometime about Sunday at 8. So we're doing a Sunday in a Word video, and that video is usually about 30, 45 seconds. And what's great about that is I give Alec some prompts and he just magically puts that out in about 5 minutes. I could never do that. So it's just a quick little thing about, I don't even want to go after that, do I? Find one available. But it's usually where we're thinking the sermon might go in about 45, 50 seconds, okay? And one of the reasons, why are we doing this? Why do we do this? I think we're trying to do this just to get people in to the worship service, giving them a little bit of a warm up to figure out how they might sit in a pew and understand the word this day. You know, for me, sometimes the easiest service to do is a funeral because everybody's on the same page and they're leaning in. Another
I was last week down at
often like
Outreach Foundation board meeting, and so
Christmas.
hearing reports from
all
around.
kind of leaning in on the same thing. The hardest sermons that I think we do are probably right about now or in the summertime because we're all going 900 different directions and we're not on the same page. After a tragedy, we're all on the same page. So the word we lean in on. So anything that we can do that can help people lean in to where, to me, I think our human condition meets God's holy word, the better we are. So that's why we're doing all this. Any questions? Yeah. The video is on the website. It's in the Friday blast, usually. And it's on that little pop-up, and it's on a YouTube channel that we have. So if you go to YouTube and you hit Westminster Presbyterian Church, Nashville, our church will come up along with about 50 other Westminster Presbyterian churches, but you find our little symbol and you subscribe to that, and that will always stay in your subscriptions at YouTube, and you can always look for anything that we're doing here, from Sunday schools to Wednesday night. Anything that we've taped, recorded will be on that YouTube channel. Facebook and Instagram. Yes, Jackie. If you can't, yeah, the blog always available on the website. Can you go to the yeah.
The sermon archive has everything you need to get ready for Sunday. It has talking to the text. It has the video that we were just talking about. What happens, I put up the new Sunday archive on Tuesday, and you'll see at the top of it that it starts to populate during the week. It'll start with talking the text. Then it'll go to, I believe it's the bulletin, and then it'll go to, here we go.
Talking to text.
Yeah.
So there's the talk in the text on the. So it would be on the pop-up, but if it's not on the pop-up, where is it?
It's all right.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
there every day. Pop-ups there every day. Go down some more.
Hold on a second.
Right here. Just go to that one. Okay. So this is last Sunday, and as you can see, we have talking the text. Now, Donovan was gone last week, so we didn't have Sunday in a word, so that was not available. Then we put up the worship bulletin, and then on Sunday, where it says recorded services, it populates after each service. I mean, if you missed it, you go back to the sermon archive, which is on the front page of the website, and you can grab anything you want. So, and then it'll just take you, if you click on one of those, click on the 8:30. It'll take you to the two videos. You have one that's 8:30, one that's 11. So, but those will populate as soon as they're over. And then there's your sermon podcast that out. We put that out. You actually, did you know that you can call on a phone and hear our sermon. It's called Sermon on Demand, and it's on the pop-up. So if you ever can't do anything, you want to hear the sermon on, you can't get to the website, you can always call the number and listen to Donovan's sermon. It's a very cool thing. So
Don't do it while you're driving. Okay, so you go back to the front page, the landing page. Okay, show them again where that is, just real slowly. Yeah, so click on that corner logo and it always takes you to the home page. And then you're at the home page and then go down, block that pop-up a second. If you don't have a pop-up, you go down Worship Service Archive. So go back to 2 weeks ago. Go to the one I preached. Oh, back. There, okay. And then hit that Sunday in a Word just to show them what that looks like. And hit that, just show them. Okay. So this is how long this lasts. That's all it is. Alec put that together about as fast as you watched it, which was pretty amazing. Thank you. Sound? It does. We just don't have it. We don't have it. Yeah,
But it's just music.
yeah. It's just music. Not just music.
It's music. The sound.
Okay, yep.
Here, 1 second. Disregard this real quick. I'm gonna do something. Where's the sound? Okay. Well, 1 second. Joel, your computer's slow. All right. So the sound is going to be,
Right there.
it should automatically start. I don't know why it's not.
Probably volume on the computer itself. Maybe.
But if it's like a YouTube video embedded, if you've ever used YouTube video, there's a button right here that has mute or not mute. And so the sound really should just automatically set up.
And we can go over your own laptop at a later date, which shows you where the sound is on this thing. All right, where are we now? Oh, print and online directory. Chris? Oh, it's me, isn't it? That's right. So this is usually my phone. Donovan, do you have Mac's number? Yes. Can you give it to me? Are you sure? It is Mac. Guess how many of those I get? A lot. A lot. People text me to find out other people in the church's number. Yeah. Sometimes it's when I'm in my backswing. Which is really fun. So a lot of people have my number, which is fine. It's great, except during my backswing on Monday mornings, about 10 to 12. Okay. So I now pronounce this as a beautiful Hawaiian wedding. Hold on, I got a text. We have a big church. So I often think about this for your next pastor. I would say, don't ever send out your text message, your phone number to your congregation, just because it explodes. And it's really hard. These days, again, communication is really difficult because it's like, I want to be in touch, but then I don't want to be in touch, right? So you have to shut it all off. And my feeling is about a text message is that a response is needed right away. An email, I prefer as a pastor because I can go back to it. But a text message, if you get a lot of text messages during your day, you might read it and then you forget all about it, which is awful if it says, my father just died. Okay. So you have to continually scroll through your text messages to figure out whether you hit it all. So why do we need a photo directory? Because that's Mac in the photo directory today. I mean, he needs to update the photo directory, and so he did, and that's still not Mac, really. I mean, that's Mac in the 70s, looking good. No, he's back probably 80s, I guess. What we need to do is make sure that all of us in our photo directory, they're up to date, the pictures are up to date. And so if you've got a picture of yourself or your family from this summer, just send it to Hannah. There, Hannah, and she will put it into the directory, and it'll be great. And we are getting a printed directory. When is that happening,
Yes.
Hannah? Which is also Generosity Sunday. All right. And my hope is that once we get out a printed directory, that you'll see, hey, my face isn't in it, or, you know, that's when I had hair, or whatever. And we will continue to update our directories. And it may be that we can start spreading them out, but I suspect that we'll have to do another one in a year or so just to keep it update. So we're selling those directories at a low, low cost of
we're saying we would appreciate the donation for this directory, and that is up to you, really what you want.
Another way that you can put the photo directory onto your phone, we have this thing I have on my phone, an app called Church Life. And in the Church Life app, there's everybody in the church, and you can go, and sometimes I do this. I'll go, okay, I'm in aisle 4 at Kroger's, and I'll go, I know his name is Bob, you know. And actually I did it at Costco yesterday. And it was like, I know the last name is Thomas, what's his first name, you know, and I'm able to pull it up. This brain is no good, okay? So I use this thing a lot. This app is old and they're no longer putting it on, but you can put it on your phone by going to the website for it. And why is this slide up there? Okay. So you see on at the bottom of that, if you go to a website, you can see that thing that says add to your home screen. You can always hit that button when you get to a website, and then you will have a button on. So like I have the Westminster Presbyterian Church website on my phone, and it's just because I hit add to my home screen. And so it behaves like an app. So I can hit that, and suddenly I have the church just on an app on my phone. So I don't have to keep looking it up. So when you go to the website on the church website, you'll hit add to my home screen, and it will become an app on your phone. So if you go to Westminster, Nashville, WPC.church on your phone, you can hit this, I'm missing a slide. You can see this little box with an arrow on the bottom. If you hit that, a thing will come up and it will say copy, add to art supplies, add to reading list, more. You can hit more. Then you add to your home screen is what you do. So she can help you get to the website directory. and add it to your phone as an app. Okay.
The app for your phone is called Church.
But the app is no longer available, but the website is, and Hannah can give you the website and get you button on your phone.
I've got, I'll, do everything on without saving it onto your home screen, like it. It looks just like the church.
It's under, it would be under connect on their website. The menu.
That's it.
It would be connect, at the very bottom, it says church life.
Right. So yeah, so that's the way to do it. So go to the church life on your, go to the website on your phone, go to connect, go to church life directory.
Yeah, it's at the very bottom.
Okay. So it asks for an email and then a password. You get the email and the password. Then you have it on your then you have it on the face of your phone or on your computer. If it's on the face of your phone, you can add it as an app to it, and we can help you do that. Okay. Just come by the church office and we will get it done. And that's what it looks like when it gets on your phone, all the names and places. Inside, outside communication, Joel.
I'll point
Okay.
it out. All right. Google reviews. How many of you have a Google account? If you have an at gmail.com, that means you have a Google account. What we've run into, and we've been, not in negotiations, but we've been talking with some Google reps about how we can get our church high on the list. And so if you go to Google and type in Westminster Presbyterian Church, Nashville, we come, or not Westminster, but just churches in Nashville.
That says best Presbyterian.
Churches.
And Christ Presbyterian beats us.
So
That ain't right.
we come in second, but that can change today. If I know you probably can't see it, but Christ Presbyterian Church has 77 reviews. We have 48 reviews. If you will do a Google review, put pics, be nice. Give us 5 stars. That would be nice.
Yeah.
But we could put us ahead of the church today if everybody will do that. And,
Yeah.
So if you do have a Google account, please do that for us. And I would love I'm going to start going in with the choirs and asking them to do it during their choir practices. So we just need to get ahead. Yes. Yes. That was my next step. Thank you, Susan. All right. So this was just showing you where we're at as far as hierarchy. Now, if you go to Google or any word search that has Google, and you type in Westminster Presbyterian Church, this comes up. This page will come up on everybody's screen.
Westminster Presbyterian Church, Nashville. If you say
Nashville,
Westminster
yes.
Presbyterian Church, you'll get many.
Yeah,
apples.
you can get a ton of them, but put Nashville, please. Thank you, Donovan. And so over in the right hand, you'll see a circle. It's circled reviews. You just click reviews. It'll take you to this page.
Right here. Whoop.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, there. Man.
Yeah, I got a laser pointer.
Okay. And so then it'll take you to the next screen and it will say, write a review. You just click on that and you just start typing your review and give us a star. And if you got pictures, that's even better. It gets us in the hierarchy of Google. Google is very finicky about what it picks up. And until about 1.5 years ago, we didn't even know that reviews give us a higher option when people are looking for a Presbyterian church or even a Presbyterian church in Nashville. So this would be beneficial to me. And if you've got friends that aren't here today and you email them and just say, hey, we need to start leaving reviews for the church. And so that's about it on any questions.
And I would argue that the why of doing that is, for me, kind of the why we want to get our message out as opposed to other messages. Okay. I just think we have something at Westminster to say to the world, and we want to make it easier for the world to hear what we proclaim as the gospel of Jesus Christ.
Susan has a question.
And we struggle ever that any language.
We do a bit of background advertising with Google. We started that about 6 months ago. We have a third-party firm that helps us do that. So it's pretty involved, but I can get you the information with them if you want to contact them.
Okay. So in your reviews, a picture is worth 1,000 words. That is Adam in our dunking booth. And what that says is we have a lot of fun dunking our preachers. So we don't take ourselves too seriously. So you can put that put a picture of some event that you've been a part of at Westminster or the sanctuary or whatever, flowers or whatever you'd like into that thing. And that helps people understand who our church is. Social media. We have Sherry, who's going to share with us social media. When Sherry came to us, I knew I couldn't remember her name, so I called her. I said, well, Sherry, that's a drink. And so I call her Margarita, and I called her.
I don't think he still knows my name.
I don't know your name.
Or what I do, but
No.
it's okay.
Yeah. What do you do?
I don't know. Everything. So we have two main social media platforms that we use, which are Facebook and Instagram. And if we can get Donovan to do some dance videos, we may add TikTok. So stay tuned.
Thank you.
Yes. The most important aspect of our social media is engagement. So the engagement is liking, commenting, and sharing a post or a video. And so the more likes we get, the more comments and the more shares we get, the algorithm is going to go up. It's going to bump our posts up, kind of like a Google review. When we don't get engagement, then it gets pushed down and they're not seen. And engagement creates a lot of community, and it's also very encouraging. Somebody might see a comment or they might get shared, a video, and they're just encouraged by it. So it's kind of like a media ministry of sorts. So on our Facebook page,
Yep.
yeah, there we go. Well, there's our Facebook page. And those are the 3 ways that you can engage: the like, comment, and share.
So anytime you see anything from our church, just like it for one
Yeah.
thing. It's really easy, right?
Comment.
And if you have, how many in here have like a Facebook account or some social media? Just like us, right?
Yes. There's also some fun little emoji. You can heart it. You can make a sad face or a surprise face. So have
Happy face, maybe.
happy face.
Happy
Love
face,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, have fun with it.
Yep.
So our Instagram is basically the same. There's our main page. And I think there's another slide. Okay, so there's the ways that you can engage with Instagram. You can heart it, you can make a comment, or you can share it. The one interesting thing about Instagram with our videos, it's on the next slide. You might see the words, click the link in our bio. So that's our bio up there. And that red arrow, there is a link. And if you click on that, it's going to take you to what's called a link tree. And so you're going to see all the videos, all the podcasts that we have. And the most recent are up on top. So that's it. So have fun, engage with us, have fun.
How do you do it? How do you follow on Facebook?
I think in the search engine for both Instagram and Facebook, you can look up, what is our handle? Is it WPC Nashville? Okay. You can type that in the search engine within the platform. And can you go back to Instagram? There. You'll see that our blue cross. So that will indicate that that's us. And so, like, I think you can just I think there's a follow button. So you can
Yep.
just click follow. Yeah,
Yep.
click follow. As far as Facebook, I think in the search engine, is it WPC Nashville again? How do you follow?
You just hit follow. Yeah.
Hit follow. Yeah, hit follow.
Yeah. So I think in Facebook, even, and probably both, you could probably type Westminster Presbyterian Church Nashville, and it'll take you to both of those. You'll see the cross, and that'll be the easy way to follow us on social media.
Yes.
We're good?
Yes.
All right. Yep.
So, Sunday Fun Bunch, which is these two, Joe in the back, I myself a little bit. But I want to just take a second, and I want to thank you for allowing, having a pastor that believes in communications. My brother's a pastor, and he calls me, it's about the same size church. He calls me all the time going, I wish I had your communications department. And, but that's only because of the vision of Donovan. And I want to thank Hannah, and I want to thank Chris, who is truly a workhorse. You know, Sherry has just taken over social media so we can spread out a little bit more. Alec, Nathan, Joe, the man in the booth in the back of the sanctuary. I want to thank them from the bottom of my heart. I truly love them. Even on my days off, and they'll vouch, I come by here just to say hi. I love them to death. And I love this church. And I want to thank you for allowing us as a team to function together and to love each other and to be gracious with us. This church is so full of grace. I have never been in a church like it. I mean, I'm praying for the pastor so that he gets a little bit of that. But because, man, he harassed me. I can't go a day without getting harassed about my accent. And I'm sorry about my accent.
I am too.
I'm just a hill boy. And God, you know, God decided to do something with me. And I thank the Lord for that. And so Donovan, thank you for letting me having that. But this is your crew on Sundays. This is
Yeah. Thank you. I just still believe, you know, I always call myself a liberal evangelical because I believe that Jesus has a welcoming word to say to this world, and we need to be about that. And I just so happened to look yesterday for some reason, or no, it was Friday for some reason for the presbytery. But in 2023, there were 127 churches, 1,600 and over. In 2024 so far, there are 34. You know, we are a shrinking bunch, and it seems to me that's crazy that we have this thing to say and this thing to share that brings light and hope and love to this world, and we should be really, really good at it. We are living in a community that's growing by leaps and bounds, and you know, to me, it's like, hey, this message needs to go out to this community. It's fascinating to me. What's our online on a Sunday? Just online. Yep. Okay. 350 people are watching us online. which gets us to the windows in the sanctuary that are covered up with white paper still from 2010, because you all complained that you couldn't see anything because you were watching on the screen, and then you came back to the sanctuary and go, why do we have paper on the windows? We are working on windows that will go click and they will fog up and click and they'll become clear. And we're going to do that with one window to see how it works shortly. So the paper will be coming off and we'll have this mysterious window that'll go off and on with either, what do you call that? Frosting or not? Yeah. Right. So it's really, really important that we get our communication down. And it's really, really important to figure out from you all whether you're getting the messages that we think you're getting. So always talk to us about what's working and what's not working, okay? We're always working on sound in the sanctuary, those kind of things. There are new ways to do sound for hearing aids, which include your phone, in which you just either tap your phone and it comes up with an app while you're in there, and then you can plug your phone in through your hearing aid through your phone and listen to the service through your phone, which I think is the latest and the greatest, but all that costs money. And when you're doing a church, you spend money on gutters or hearing aids. So if that's something that you feel strongly about, I'm sure we accept all kinds of credit cards and all kinds of money, and we can figure out how to pursue those kind of things. Anything else we're missing? Any questions about it? Yep. Far side. Right? Yeah, I think very shortly we're going to do something down in the cafe where we're just going to get our phones out and we're going to try to answer, like almost like what they do at the Apple store. We're just going to go over some very basic things and figure out how to help you understand how the phones work or your computers and that kind of thing. That's coming down the line, right? Yeah.
Churches aren't there. And, you know, we watch all the tapes, and so many of us have. But I don't really know what we do.
Right.
People help, like, they're bigger, help, thank you all. Work, so keep our thing.
Thank you. I would invite you at least to spend some time on our website. Okay? And again, if you mess up, you can always go to that blue cross and it gets you back to the home page in this corner. If you go, I don't know what happened, you know, just go out and come back, okay? And also let's say we go back to this home page, right? You see this thing called forms? Oops. You're reminding me of what the church means to you. Like, if you have someone in your family who passed away and you want the church to give an announcement to the church triumphant announcement, you just click on that and you just fill out that form and it'll go to the church offices and we'll make out a form and we'll make out the announcement for you and call you back and see if it's right, and we could get that announcement out. There's elder nominations, there's email communicate events requests, all those things are there. If you hit connect, you can meet our staff online, all those things, church life directory, there it is. All those things are on there. Just play around with it. And this is what I do. And Joel, and I've learned not to text Joel. I just email him and he answers immediately, which is Joel. He never sleeps. But if there's something that doesn't work, I go, hey, Joel, and he fixes it. So if you're on our website and you go, that link didn't work, or that doesn't work, or what happened there, email Joel. Don't text him. Email Joel, and it will get fixed. He's really good at that, quick. Okay. But I use the website and see how it works. I think it's pretty healthy. There's a lot of things that you can get to very easily. So, yep. And that's that comes out of our church, isn't that ACS? Okay, but that is like everything that's going on in the church, from children's Sunday school, adult Sunday school, all those different things are on there. But there's also, isn't there like a broader calendar? But of coming things, is that not on here anymore?
You scroll down. Latest news,
How does this work? It's backwards.
latest news right there.
Oh, latest news right here.
And that brings up all the e-blast during the week. It brings up Joy Learning. It brings up, there's something else at the bottom. And if you can't find it on this page, just give us a call, email us, and we'll take care of it. And like Donovan said, if you're very confused, don't be confused. Donovan talked the other day about, during coffee down in the cafe, why don't we have people that are having trouble come in and we just meet with them a Tuesday or Thursday morning, have coffee, help them with their, I think it's a great idea. We're all there, Hannah's here, Chris is here, Alex here, I'm here, so we can take care of it.
So here's an example. Friday, I'm in the office and Sophie comes in and I say, well, there's Sophie using her day off to work at the church. And she says, well, I'm doing that Enneagram thing tonight. That went fine. I didn't even know we were doing an Enneagram marriage thing this weekend. It was in all our stuff, but I don't know about it. So I'm not reading everything we're doing. You have some. This is backwards. So it's on the front page. Let's go back to the front page. Let's click the thing that's going to come up. Okay. And then it's under latest news. Is that what it is? Joel, is it latest news? Missional e-blast, weekly happening e-blast, Sunday information e-blast. Those are all the Wednesday things. Young families, cafe newsletter, click the newsletter, and there it was. It's all there. Yep. Real fast.
I've got to go get ready for second service, but everybody asked, I've got a funeral coming up. Where do I stream it from? I've got a class coming up that says stream. First page, this right here. Can you point it to them?
Sorry, watch
our live stream. Anything that says live stream will come through that button. You do not, that button will never change. If you need to get to a funeral, you go to that button, you're taken care of. Okay? And it just takes time.
I think if you had been there and couldn't see the screen. It was about how to use the church technology, how to use it, how to open the church directory. How to get your sermons, how to use all kinds of good information. Well, I hope you have that thing, so I do. It's the last time in the world I'm gonna make. You want. I don't think.